They say the American dream lives in every home. So, I decided to visit one. Turns out, it's haunted. Every floorboard creaks with a broken promise. Every shadow whispers, a what if. And somewhere inside, behind the walls, under the slogans, the ghosts are still talking. Let's go meet them. We were promised freedom. Freedom to quit the job that's killing your soul. Freedom to be seen without an algorithm's approval. To exist without being sorted, scored, or sold. Freedom to speak your thoughts without fear of being canceled. Freedom to rest, to take a breath without guilt. Freedom to make mistakes. Freedom to feel. Freedom to rewrite your story. Wake up. Since the promises weren't kept, the ghost of freedom was born. Not buried in a grave, but trapped in the walls of this house. Restless, unforgiven, unfinished. He doesn't wait to be summoned. He reacts. He flares up when touched. He shrieks when seen. Even a glance can trigger him. A gaze too long, a step too bold. He's volatile. He paces the ceilings. He claws at the corners. He bangs on the pipes like a warning drum. He doesn't float. He lunges. He throws chairs. He slams doors. He knocks pictures off walls just to remind you. The breath you didn't take. In the truth you didn't speak. He is not your comfort. He is not your convenience. He is your reckoning. We were promised equality. Equality in paychecks, where effort would matter more than identity. Equality in classrooms, where every child would be taught, not ranked. Equality in hospitals, where care wouldn't depend on your address. Equality in interviews, where names wouldn't decide futures. Equality in safety, where life would be survival. Wake up. Since balance was broken, the ghost of equality was born. Not buried in history, but stitched into every comparison, every overlooked voice, every closed door. He was meant to be a mirror, but now he's a wound. He's sensitive. He flinches at praise that feels performative. He trembles when someone is passed over. He cries when someone is chosen for the wrong reasons. He's insecure. He doubts every compliment. He questions every decision. He wonders if he was ever truly wanted, or just tolerated. He's paranoid. He sees bias in every glance. He hears judgment in every silence. He feels invisible in every room. He's obsessive. He counts the differences. He tracks the patterns. He keeps score, not out of vengeance, but out of survival. He doesn't scream. He sighs. He weeps. He whispers names that were never called. He rearranges chairs that were never offered. He leaves behind shadows where light was denied. He doesn't live in your policies. He lives in your habits, in the voice you didn't hear, in the hand you didn't raise. He is not your diversity. He is not your checkbox. He is your reckoning.
Wake up.
We were promised justice. Justice while standing in line where waiting meant fairness. Justice in tax collection where giving meant receiving when it mattered. Justice in recognition where talent would be seen, not buried. Justice in relief where help would arrive before the damage was done. Justice in the workplace where effort wouldn't be punished and silence wouldn't be rewarded.
Wake up.
Since fairness was traded for convenience, the ghost of justice was born. Not laid to rest, but fractured, splintered, trapped in the ruins of broken systems. He was summoned not by law, but by betrayal. He was meant to rest in balance, but now he trembles in rage. He's overvigilant. He watches everything, every glance, every whisper, every hesitation. He sees guilt where there is doubt. He sees betrayal where there is silence. He sees injustice everywhere, and it drives him mad. He mutters verdicts to himself. He repeats names. He rearranges objects obsessively, trying to restore a balance that no longer exists. He's paranoid. He thinks justice is being hunted. He thinks fairness is a lie. He thinks you're hiding something, even when you're not. He's guilty. Not because he failed, but because he was used. He remembers every time.
Wake up.
We were promised opportunity. Opportunity to rise by merit, to be seen for what we could become, not where we came from. Opportunity to knock on any door and not be judged by the shoes we wore. Opportunity to fail and still be invited back. Opportunity to dream without needing permission.
Wake up.
Since the ladder was pulled up, the ghost of opportunity was born. Not buried in rejection, but stitched into every closed door, every missed call, every "we'll get back to you." He was meant to be a bridge, but now he's a trapdoor. He's flashy. He wears success like a costume. He dangles golden keys just out of reach. He smiles with perfect teeth, then disappears when you step forward. He's cruel. He shows up when you're not ready. He vanishes when you finally are. He offers chances with strings attached, then laughs when you trip. He's manipulative. He whispers, "This could be yours." He tempts you with titles, with stages, with spotlights. then reminds you you're not invited. He's elusive, not because he hides, but because he chooses. He flickers in resumes, in auditions, in applications, then skips your name. He's watchful, but not fair. He sees your effort, but weighs your background. He hears your pitch, but listens to your accent. He's contradictory, because he promises merit, but rewards access. He sells hope, but delivers hierarchy. He doesn't scream. He laughs. He claps when you fail. He cheers when you settle. He throws confetti on the ones who were always chosen. He doesn't live in your dreams. He lives in your doubt, in the job you didn't get, in the door that didn't open. He is not your mentor. He is not your miracle. He is your reckoning.
Wake up.
We were promised success. Not a bargain to negotiate. Not a favor to beg for. Not a mask to wear until we're believed. The promise was simple. That success would meet us halfway. That it would come before we burned out chasing it. That it would not demand a sacrifice of self. That it would not turn pride into hope. That success was not, but a normal part of the honest life.
Wake up.
Since fulfillment was traded for performance, the ghost of success was born. Not in triumph, but in exhaustion. Not crowned, but consumed. He was meant to be a guide, but now he's a test. He was meant to reward effort, but now he collects identities. He's persuasive. He says, just one more step, then another, until your steps become your cage. He calls himself opportunity, but he only arrives when you're too tired to greet him. He sells inspiration in sleepless hours and hides peace behind productivity. He's charming. He claps for you when you lose yourself for progress. He congratulates you for staying late. He calls burnout devotion. He makes your worth measurable and your rest a crime. He's empty. He doesn't remember what joy feels like. Only applause. Only numbers. He repeats your achievements until they sound meaningless. He replaces satisfaction with proof. He's addicted to eyes, to praise, to noise. He cannot exist in silence. He cannot stand still. He must be seen to survive. He doesn't live in your dreams. He lives in your deadlines. In the approval you crave. In the exhaustion you justify. He is not your reward. He is not your goal. He is your mirror, smiling, waiting.
Wake up.
So, you get the point. These ghosts aren't monsters. They're memories of promises we broke ourselves. Dreams that once lifted us now linger to remind us what we've traded for convenience. But this Halloween, maybe we don't need to run from them. Maybe it's time to face them. Because they were never curses. They were our dreams. The American dream. And though we may have failed to deliver the pursuit of happiness, we've somehow kept alive the pursuit of wisdom. And speaking of that, it's about time you subscribe to this channel, House of Wisdom, before I become the ghost of wisdom and start haunting you.